Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Hands up. Larry. 2-by-2. Move. Cut.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
It's easy one. Coming again.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Shift. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Check 41. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Dalton here from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And Dalton to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. But he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Dalton, bootlegs out. That's out to his running back, Michelle. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here you go, 368.
To throw again, Dalton. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down, Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
High 7.
To throw is Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And he's got his man on the out route. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Dalton. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton to Michelle on the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Andy Dalton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. First and 10 from Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Dalton, first and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. to throw again. Dalton. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Off the bootleg. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They'll give to Michelle running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Passing. It's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now Williams, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
11. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. It's complete to Drake. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Carson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Dalton now to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
13, man.
Garoppolo now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Watch the run.
Got to be careful here, Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath.
And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it. And that will be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. It's caught, Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And Dalton to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Carson. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Then when you look at the defense, they got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Carson fumbles the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 31.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
He's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,